Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with Mike Kelly, and I know it's been a while, but we're still Real Estate Jerky Daily. Except for last week, we were not at all, except for the radio.
Exactly.
We had to take some time off after, being the president of Rotary for a year.
I didn't have I start 2 days.
Yeah. Are you nervous at all?
No. I'm kind of upset that I don't have things that I've been asking for months. But
you mean from your secretary?
Yeah, and
but she just sent a thing out saying how she's going to be there for you, for everybody. Just text through that text thing.
Okay. Do it.
That's okay. My step and repeat was a month late.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of her. It was because of me. I just didn't think I needed it. No one had. Craig was the first one.
Craig was the first one.
Yeah. Yep. See what he started? Damn him.
Hopefully I can have mine by the week after.
All right. Let's get to.
Let's do it.
How was first of all, yeah, but let's talk. How was your 4th? Did you have a good time?
4th was good.
Did you burn down a house like in the neighborhood off of Virginia? There was a house burnt down. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
No, and that's close to me.
Down over off Virginia corridor, not close to you, the other way. Close to where the water stuff is. There was a house they were building that was framed because it was empty lot forever. That's somewhat burnt. The house next door is damaged, and the house on the other side's black, I guess, according to Marcia when she went down that way yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, and no one knows. Some people are saying it's from fireworks. Some people are saying from homeless. I think it was homeless who was playing with fireworks. I just don't know what it was.
Anyway. We had a neighborhood that sounded a little bit like Beirut in the 70s, I guess. And you could over the treetops, you could see some big stuff. We had I'd spent I think my life savings on one box of fireworks from a legal stand and set them off for the granddaughter, and she enjoyed them. Actually, she's 10 now, and so I got those little hands working a lighter, and she lit most of them, and she was having a great time. So
that's good.
She got to participate.
That's good. Yeah, we were up in at our cabin because the 113 is just too much for me.
Yeah,
and I mean it was 90 up there, between 90
which
to 95.
Warm.
Yeah, so I was like, what's going to happen is there's not going to be a lot of people up here because probably 10% of the cabins have air conditioning. We're one of them.
Yeah,
and so there's some older people up there that are like, I guess they can deal with it better than other people, but that's why they moved to Florida and other places like Palm Desert.
Yeah, I got a guy coming back. I sold his condo, sold him a house, sold his house. He's going to retire in Florida, and he called me a year ago and said, I freaking hate it here. And then he's coming in today after, sadly, he has to go to a funeral, and then he'll come in this afternoon and talk about his plans.
How old is he?
Probably my age, maybe a little bit younger.
You can always do a reverse mortgage so he doesn't have to put as much down.
On the top of my head.
Yeah, because it's helping people come back if they have cash still. It just depends on how much they use up with their cash.
Exactly. Or if they have any equity, and I'm sure they have equity in their home over in Florida because he bought.
No, it's harder to sell. Remember,
maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's harder to sell.
Yeah, true.
There's people dropping
$14,000 average.
Well, for insurance. Then people are dropping their prices. People who had $690 are down to $4 something, depending on where they're located.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the condos. The problem with condos is I always said, they con you out of your dough in certain places.
Good morning, Ryan.
But not everywhere. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just certain places that you have issues like, tornadoes, hurricanes, got that one coming up through Texas. Not only do you have golf ball hell and all the other stuff you have in Texas, now you have a hurricane.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm not talking the hurricane. Oh, the one from Bahamas?
Yeah, the storm from the Bahamas over in Arkansas. The golf ball size or baseball size hail. Man, that looked brutal.
Yeah, well, only if you get hit.
Yeah, it's not one of those times you want to, I forgot to put my car in the garage. It's beat the hell.
Yeah. How about the wind? It's going to your windows of your house. If it for some reason can, bounce off your deck and hit your window, they're going to break
at an angle.
Exactly. All right. Crazy. You want to talk about some news?
Yeah.
Because we're done talking about weather and how bad it is. Don't leave California. Fight the politics. And I have some election stuff about the proposition they're introducing. We need to talk about too.
What's that?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them.
Now I'm
all right. So do you have a comment? Howdy, fellas.
Hello, hey, Jason. Long time no talk. How you doing?
All right, let's get to all right. So inventory again is up this week 6,803 nationwide. That puts us at 652,573 for the nationwide, which is half of what we normally are. But this week last year we actually dropped down to 466,001. Yeah, I can't forget that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, real quick, Jason, congratulations on your retirement. I saw the stuff all over Facebook. Congrats.
What did he
retired
from? What?
From law.
Oh, okay. So he's going to get another career.
Yeah, he's going to be a lawyer.
Or investigator.
Private investigator.
Well, a lot of them do go work for the attorneys. So I don't know what he's going to do. All right. Active listings for this week in 2015, which is really the last number, was 1.183 million and 882.
Well, yeah. I remember we had a few choices.
Well, we have more choices now, not crazy choices. There are people out there saying the market's going to correct. Yeah. In certain places where insurance is ridiculous.
Right.
And you have all these hurricanes and tornadoes and other stuff that we don't have. But the biggest problem we have here in California is they want to keep taxing us because these people want to keep spending instead of helping us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scares the hell out of me.
Did you ever watch that old series Designated Survivor?
Yep.
So I've went through and I started rewatching things that I've watched before. That way you can go to the next one and next one and next one and be done with it. I'm watching that again. And it's amazing how much of that stuff that was happening back in, I think it was 2014, 15 or whatever they were coming up with, is really affecting now. I mean, they had a major flu outbreak that was, ridiculous. And then this company had to come up with a vaccine and, it's like, wonder where they got that idea from.
Yeah. I wish it had played for a while.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back. Price cuts. Not really moving up. They've been at so in 2022, we had about 32% of every listing that was put out there of the listings, 32% had a price cut. 23, 33%, and 2024 is 38%. So it's really not that big of a deal. Normal market's a little over 30 anyway. So just price it right. Pending contracts are going up, though. We're seeing more this year than we did last year at the same time and the year before at the same time. Oh, I lied. 22 was more than we have right now.
That 350 price range is on fire.
There is even that price range?
Yeah.
Do you get a bedroom and a bathroom?
3-bedroom, 2-bath over in Granada Parks.
Wow.
It just went pending on Saturday night. Sunday,
What's wrong with it?
Not much. I mean, it's original. So you're going to want to do floors, paint, change countertops,
major problem underneath those floors.
No, they're slab.
Oh,
they're slab.
Okay.
Upstairs maybe, but they're slab. Got a disgruntled call from a realtor. I called your seller last night, and
why are you talking to my seller in the first place?
Yeah, well, to make an appointment, and he said, "Yeah, come on the show." And then I find out today it's pending. And I said, "Well, I put a pending last night, so
must have been right before we went pending."
Yeah. Could have been right before we went pending.
Well, you want to write a backup?
That's what I told her. And she was just kind of a poop. I figured the heat. I said, she goes, "You just wasted my time." And I said, "I'm sorry. I did not waste your time. Are you showing other property today as well?" "Yeah, only one other." "Well, you're only showing one in this heat. Thank me." Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Who knows timing? Timing's not always right. At least you could put in a backup offer just in case. And I'm telling everybody, you need to do that when you're fighting against 5 or 6 offers, or you decide not to write an offer. Because I had some clients, man, on my way, it's always when you're about ready to leave, everybody under the sun's got to write an offer that hasn't even thought about it for 30 to 60 days. And so I'm like, okay, I'll finish it up once I get up there, and so it's 7, 8, 9 o'clock. I'm finishing them up. And one of them decided not to write on a multiple situation, and I'm going to talk to him today and going, okay, only one offer got accepted. You might want to put in a backup because it usually happens, 50% of the time you have an opportunity to get it. So write that backup offer.
Funny thing is I received another offer on that property this morning, and not from her,
but somebody else,
but from somebody else.
And you're going to say, do you want to go in backup?
Well, absolutely. Well, I'll look at it. If it's a letter of intent, I'll just, okay, thanks.
People are doing letter of intent.
There's a couple investing firms that go out there and they do their letter of intent.
That's for commercial property.
I know, but they do it on residential, and they do it before they write the offer. It's like you're wasting everybody's time. We're already in contract. Just write a contract.
Well, it's like these people are saying cap rates on 1 to 4. So let's just say duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. You can't really go off a cap rate of a property when you're doing that, when it can get a regular Fannie Mae loan on it.
Yeah.
Cap rates don't really come into play unless you're in a larger situation. Yes, you can look at it, but it's like, okay, somebody doesn't know what they're doing here.
Yeah, it's not the governing factor, really.
No, it's really about overall investment, long-term growth, and really paying your bills this month.
Yep.
All right. So this is inflation week is here again. So this is going to be a moving of the bonds.
Is it similar to Shark Week?
Could be.
Okay.
Because the Fed is talking, so they could do some stuff.
This morning, yeah.
Yeah, you're reading my stuff I have over here.
No. I read it at the house.
Stuff wasn't at your house.
No, but it was on other things.
The inflation this week, again, we got CPI inflation and PPI inflation reports coming out on Thursday and Friday. You can figure that one out. Fed Chair Jerome Powell. I always want to say the other guy, Greenspan.
Oh, that's been so long.
I know, but when he was there forever, he was, he's ingrained in everything we did, all the stuff we went through. We'll give testimony before Congress tomorrow. Okay. And we'll also have more Fed presidents speaking their minds this week and next week, which maybe they should just shut up, because it doesn't really help anybody but themselves.
Yeah.
They just want to hear themselves talk and mess with the market.
Talking heads.
Yeah, there you go. We got some bond auctions this week, and we're looking at the 10-year. If it doesn't break below 420, which is very difficult right now, then the range is going to be between 420 and 450, which we've been going back and forth through for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Tuesday, so we have National Federation of Independent Businesses Optimism Index.
That's hard to say.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make something up like National Federation of Galaxy
Anarchy
Business. Wednesday is mortgage applications. Again, 10-year auction. Powell will finish their talking. Thursday is CPI, initial jobless claims, and Friday is PPI, what I said.
PPI.
So what do we think is going to happen?
We don't know.
I don't know, but they're saying floating into this, and it's been helping me for a few days.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, guess what happens August 17th?
I don't know.
NAR's surrender to the DOJ goes into effect August 17th.
So every NAR is going to end up at the DOJ and surrendering? Is that what you're saying?
What they're going to do is, they're saying that you're going to be if you're representing a buyer, you'll have a buyer brokerage agreement. You'll be negotiating commissions either from your buyer, a percentage from your buyer, and a percentage from the seller. There's about 1,000 ways you can do it. That right now is you got all these joke reels out there where this realtor's saying in bold letters, 3% in his sentence. So you have to sleuth through his marketing comments to find out what they're offering. That's supposed to be illegal as well. It's going to be an interesting time. It'll be a transitionary period. It'll be much more similar to when I first started in real estate in 1990, where you just wrote it in the contract.
Well, you want to get paid?
If you want to get paid. And if the seller can either negotiate it out or keep it in there, and then you have to negotiate with your buyer to be compensated. It's going to be an interesting time.
Yes, it will, especially coming up with the election. This whole thing with Biden, I mean, when they, haven't been here for over a week, so there's been so much going on ever since they were up in that against Trump, and Trump was talking really nice and everything, and then you have Biden and the best line out of that whole thing is, I have no idea what he said, and I don't think he knows what he said either. Exactly. And that just set everything up for going forward. And now all these Democrats are coming out saying you need to step down, and he's saying no. And they can't force him to step down. The problem is they only have till August 7th or something like that to get him out. So that's not many weeks going. And the purse strings and all that stuff is with him and Kamala. Thank you. They own money. So it's a weird time. And that was when I was talking about the designated survivor, how things are really weird and how things can really switch up. So just be careful out there. But on the ballot, we have in California a couple things. We have Proposition 2, which is educational facility bond. Let's need more money towards these education stuff. You might want
because we don't know where the money we've already been collecting is going anyway.
Yeah. They want then Proposition 3 will change California's constitution to say marriage is union between. It says right now 1 man and 1 woman, and voters enshrined the definition. Now they want to change it to not to say that. to say that it's not between one man and woman.
Yeah.
So anyway, move on. So do what you want on that one.
I don't care.
There's Proposition 4, climate bond. Yeah, we need more climate bullshit. So please read into that and make sure you vote the right way. I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but if it's approved, $3.8 billion will go towards safe drinking water. I didn't know we had bad water in California, and drought and flood resilience. What does resilience mean?
These are all things that's just money laundering. There's not going to be anything happening.
So they're using this word resilience.
Yeah.
$1.5 billion for wildfire resilience. What does that mean?
Hardscaping.
$1.2 billion to protect against sea level rise. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and it probably won't.
It could, but this is just stuff you really got to look into, because if you vote yes or no and didn't really read it, you'd be going the wrong way you want to go.
Yeah.
Local government funding. They want more money for approved special taxes for housing infrastructure projects in California. Currently 2/3 votes is needed, but this constitutional amendment would lower the threshold to 55%. So these are all no so far.
Right.
There's one, Proposition 6 for slavery, that would replace the language in the current Constitution from slavery is prohibited and involuntary servitude is prohibited except in punishment crime.
Okay.
They want to change it to slavery and involuntary servitude is prohibited. And the reason they want to do this is so that if the people that's incarcerated and don't want to work, they can not have to work.
Yeah, they can go into their shack room.
Right, and do nothing. So these things that really don't need to change are ridiculous. Won't they fix the really big problems that we have in California instead of this little stuff?
Well, because then they want to make the small man feel big.
Proposition 32, minimum wage. You're going to current California minimum wage to $18 an hour over the next couple of years. Yeah, like we really need to put more businesses out of work. So whatever, I'm sorry, then they got a Proposition 33, rent control. We need more rent control because, that's not going to mess with anything. The last rent control really fixed everything for renters.
Yeah.
You might want to read that before you vote yes. There's funding for patient care. 34, 35 permanent Medi-Cal funding. A lot of the Medi-Cal, a lot of that stuff's going for migrants, just so you understand. Proposition 36, criminal penalties. That's the one that would revise 47 to make it to where $950 is no more the threshold. They're going to lower it, so that's probably a yes. But please read it before you do anything.
What are they going to lower to? 949?
No, $8.99.
Yeah.
No, I mean anything, but they're going to make it to where would raise penalties and sentences for some drug and theft offenses. For example, fentanyl would be added in the list of drugs that warranted a felony charge if a person also possesses a gun. How about if they just possess something? A bag of fentanyl can kill everybody in California.
Yeah. I don't know, but they marry it to this other stuff that
but they did.
People are really up in arms, no pun intended, about gun control. You see a picture of Newsom signing something, and blazoned on his desk is gun control works. I don't know of anywhere where gun control works.
Yeah, we have more crime, more everything in places with more gun control. Yeah, if they just enforce the laws that are on the books, we'd be a better place. But they don't enforce. I can't talk. I'm quitting.
Enforce them.
Thank you.
I'm quitting.
Yeah. The one thing that was the most important thing that should have been on the ballot was the Taxpayer Act Protection Act that they got through the actual Supreme Court in California that did not put on there because they actually said it's
unconstitutional.
It's a constitutional amendment that needs to happen, so they can't do it that way.
Right.
And why would the people want to be able to control how many more taxes and everything else that we have?
Exactly.
That's just wrong. Our politicians know better than us.
That's your governor working for you.
Yeah. Working for you. Yeah, exactly.
It's a scary day if he gets the nomination. That's scary because people are really. He's cute. He's got pretty
He's a nice
hair.
guy. He's really nice. He does all this nice stuff. We don't want a nice person. We want
an asshole.
Yeah, so people stop messing with us.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we're done bitching.
All right.
I know it's been a week since we bitched.
Done. So we got it all off our chest. We'll be pleasant and wonderful tomorrow.
We promise, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, Ryan and Jason. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody else.
Well, those two responded.
Yeah. Make it a great day. Thanks. Bye.